bad Kylie Jenner is for Timothée Chalamet. Well, she had Knicks-colored lingerie. If the Knicks would have won Game 6, Timmy would have been a lucky. But Kylie was with Timmy for Game 6 in Indiana. She posted her suitcase for the trip, down bad with the amount of Knicks gear. The hats, the shirts, all. Fans were quick to point out the Knicks lingerie. I just did say, I don't get.
Kylie Jenner might need to crank things up big time behind closed doors if she wants to keep Timothée Chalamet locked in, because this man is out here setting wild new standards. Meanwhile, Hailey Bieber is acting like Justin's totally fine, when the receipts are screaming the exact opposite. Let's get into it. Ever since Justin Bieber dropped his last album, he's been acting real different. Like unpredictable type of different. And now Hailey? She's making bold moves behind the scenes, trying to silence certain YouTubers like they don't exist. Almost like she's trying to rewrite the whole Bieber narrative. But before we dive deep into the Bieber drama, let's slide over to Kylie and her movie star man, Timothee. Word on the street? Kylie and Timmy have been turning the heat way up in the bedroom. And get this, Timothee allegedly wants to roleplay as Diddy. Yup, you heard that right. A source spilled that this couple isn't even worried about the future right now. They're all about that right now vibe. No strings, just heat. Their chemistry off the charts. We're talking non-stop steamy moments, like every time they're together, it turns into a full-on makeout session. And lucky for Kylie, she's got a whole team of babysitters on standby because Timmy's energy, non-stop. He's raising the stakes every single night, and word is their private life is straight fire. Things between Kylie and Timmy are so intense right now, he's got her forgetting every dude she's ever been with. For real. And Kylie, she's been feeding all of Timmy's wild cravings like no one else ever could. Not even his exes were keeping up. And yes, they're name-dropping Lily Rose Depp in the mix too. Word is, Timmy's always about testing the limits, even in the bedroom. And honestly, that sounds exhausting. Like, why does everything with this man have to feel like a performance? Some folks like to kick back and chill, but not Timmy. And Kylie? She's putting in work to match his energy and keep their vibe alive. According to one insider, Kylie's still trying to see where it's going, on all levels. And if that journey involves wild ideas like threesomes or other X-rated surprises, Kylie's not backing down. She's making sure she's in it, not left wondering where Timmy went off to. No wonder they're basically inseparable. It's giving major Hollywood open relationship energy. And what's even crazier, Kylie's out here working overtime to keep up, and it still might not be enough. Timmy's allegedly talking about wanting threesomes and who knows what else, like what's next on his list. This is exactly why people are saying he's out here cosplaying Diddy. Like, Timmy, what are you even on right now? And let's be real, it's always the tall, artsy, soft-spoken ones pulling these stunts. You blink twice and go, wow, should have seen this coming. And honestly, just imagining Kylie Jenner caught up in these situations is something nobody expected. That's a mental picture nobody asked for. But here's a wild twist. Justin Bieber has been linked to more Kardashian-Jenner women than almost anyone else in Hollywood. So maybe, just maybe, Timothee's out here trying to lock down his spot in that infamous roster too. And let's not act like this would be Kylie's first time dipping into the spicy zone. Remember that moment with Travis Scott? They were spotted at a strip club, chilling low-key in a back corner. No shout-outs, no flashy moves, just soaking in the music. But if you looked close, it almost felt like they were eyeing someone for Travis to take home. Allegedly. And for what though? Look, everyone's got their own way of keeping things interesting. I'm not judging. But back to Timmy. Earlier this year, Kylie was already throwing hints that their thing isn't exactly vanilla. She posted a flirty little clip from Sex and the City with Sarah Jessica Parker joking about getting lucky every time her man's team, the Knicks, wins. Ring a bell? Because Kylie's been spotted courtside with Timothee all year, like she's fully playing into that fantasy vibe. They've been tight since April 2023, and now whispers are starting about a possible engagement. Yes, engagement! But hold up, Timmy's not just lounging around. He's been deep in filming Dune Part 3 after taking a long, dreamy vacay with Kylie and her son Saint. So even with his schedule packed, he's still finding time to keep Kylie close, and the streets are definitely talking, but that hasn't stopped people from going off in the comments, and whew, the shade is brutal. One user named Marie didn't hold back, saying, "She slept with so many guys, straight TGA, party next door, Lil Twist," that comment section, unforgiving. The internet's got receipts and it never forgets. Names like Travis Scott and Jaden Smith, yup, they're still being thrown around too. But Kylie's not out here trying to erase the past. She knows her name's been linked to a long list, but lately she's clearly been working to slow down that wild girl image she used to carry. And honestly, who even cares at this point? She's doing her, and that's that. Still, let's not act like Timmy's made her forget everyone. A source even said Kylie's just along for the ride when it comes to her steamy moments with Tim. But here's where things get weird. Some folks tried to frame her as this relatively conservative young woman with a religious background. Like, what? Seriously, are we talking about the same Kylie Jenner who grew up inside the Kardashian circus? Come on now. Even people in the comments weren't buying that act. One person clapped back with, "Wait, you expect me to believe that?" And honestly, they've got a solid point. Let's not forget, Kylie was still super young when the whole Kim tape situation went global. So calling her upbringing conservative feels like a big stretch. And commenters like Vivian, they're saying exactly what everyone else is thinking, with zero filter. Just more Christian fabrications. Don't believe it. He's using her. She's too dumb to see it. She's wasting her time on him. She'll be waiting forever for that ring. He's not about that domestic life. That's what the comments are saying. And it doesn't stop there. People are calling Timmy a straight-up Leo DiCaprio knockoff, saying he's chasing a serious acting career and copying Leo's vibe, including Leo's sketchy track record with women. Yikes. Then someone named God Eyes jumped in with, "Oh, please stop." They will never be legit housewives. They'll just keep running through men, having kids, and rocking those barely there outfits. Ouch. That shade cuts deep. And yeah, while some of it might be rooted in truth, damn, people really don't hold back. You don't always have to go that hard in the comments, like, chill a bit. Honestly, I kind of feel for Khloe here. Say what you want, but lately she's been coming off way more relatable. Something about her just hits different now. And speaking of Khloe, I've got a little update coming up. But first, let's talk Justin Bieber. So Justin was just spotted shirtless at a gun range. Yup, no shirt, just vibes and a bunch of live ammo. That move, kinda bold and definitely risky. Anyone who's ever been near a firing range knows those hot fragments can bounce back and burn. Maybe Justin didn't get the memo. Or maybe he's just out here trying to flex for the camera. The way he was posing, total fake military movie vibes. Like he's auditioning for some Call of Duty Hollywood edition. This wasn't just some casual day at the gun range, it was full-on play pretend. And just when you thought it couldn't get weirder, a video pops up of Justin singing, with a goat casually chilling in the background, yup, just vibing like it's totally normal. And to top it off, he just dropped new music, which has people asking, is he back in serious grind mode, or is this just another one of his random phases? Of course, he's still rolling with his usual crew, a group of mystery dudes who look like laid-back hippie handlers. But let's be real, they're 100% celebrity babysitters disguised in tie-dye and Birkenstocks. No one even knows who they are, but they're always nearby, looking like they're 1 cent stick away from a drum circle. To be fair though, Justin does look way healthier now compared to earlier this year. So props where props are due. That glow-up deserves a round of applause. But let's not forget what went down just months ago. He had that messy fallout with a so-called friend and straight up aired out their messages on Instagram for the world to see. Now, it looks like another friendship just crumbled. He posted a cryptic caption that read, "Broke another olive branch." And no, he didn't explain who he was talking about. But if you know the term olive branch, it means someone tried to make peace. And Justin's saying he shattered it. No more truce, no more playing nice. He's not mending fences, he's tearing them down. This summer, it's looking like one long string of snapped ties and faded friendships. And this definitely isn't the first time Justin's hinted that the vibes behind the scenes are straight up messy. Matter of fact, he didn't just hint, he went full public with it, blasting screenshots for everyone to see. He was clearly heated, calling out his former friend for not being able to handle what they described as his negativity. In Justin's own unfiltered words on Instagram, "This friendship is officially over. I'll never accept a man calling my anger lashing out. I enjoyed our short-lived friendship. I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries." Whew, he meant every word. But just a few weeks later, he came back with a different kind of post. This time, Justin got real and admitted he's struggling. He opened up about having anger issues and feeling broken, saying he's constantly trying to meet people's expectations, and when he fails, it only messes with him more. That kind of honesty, rare. You can't help but see that he's clearly battling with some deep stuff. And honestly, after the whirlwind life he's lived, it kind of makes sense that his view of the world is different than most. But while he's out here navigating emotional storms, guess who's stacking cover after cover like it's nothing? Hailey Bieber. Seriously, who at Vogue is cutting the checks? Her face is everywhere. She just wrapped a big July Vogue feature, and now she's already front and center on Vogue Italia's August 2025 cover. It's like she's got some top secret fashion deal no one else can touch. Congrats, Hailey, I guess. She went from barely landing any magazine features to suddenly owning the entire calendar like clockwork. Month after month, it's Hailey Bieber front and center. At this point, are we not all a little burned out on it? And every single time she hits the press tour, the convo always ends up circling back to her marriage. It's like clockwork. She shuts down rumors, insists everything's perfect, calls Justin an extraordinary father, says he sees her as a goddess and even a superhero. Then she dropped the surprise bomb about her pregnancy with their son, Jack Blues. Or wait, is it Jack Blue, like the music genre? Still unclear. Anyway, Hailey claims the pregnancy was totally unexpected. But the internet? Not buying it. People were like, unexpected? That looked planned down to the last detail. Hailey says it was a shock to her system, something she struggled to accept at first. She opened up about how it triggered a storm of emotions, knowing her life was about to completely change. Yeah, she says it changed for the better, but she also admits it was a serious mental challenge to process. In the end, though, she said things fell into place and called it a major growth moment for her as a person and for their marriage too. They've even posted a few pics of baby Jack, but only those carefully staged shots, like just the back of his head or a tiny foot peeking out. And honestly, that halfway sharing thing is so tired. Either keep it private or show the kid. This in-between tease is just weird. One commenter didn't hold back either, claiming, "Justin's probably gonna leave this broad," and accusing her of using the pregnancy to keep him locked in longer. Savage take, but the internet never sleeps, and people are always watching with receipts in hand. One commenter even came in swinging, saying, "Poor little dude probably doesn't even get quality time with them because they're always busy." Like, dang! They really said Baby Jack Blues deserves better. But let's be real, nobody outside their inner circle knows what their home life is actually like. So throwing out claims like that, that's all heavy speculation. Still, if we're being honest, most celeb kids probably are raised by a whole squad of nannies. It wouldn't be shocking if some of these kids end up bonding more with the help than their own parents. That's just the reality when you've got a packed calendar, non-stop travel, and photo shoots every other day. Another commenter even took it a step further, saying Baby Jack is probably already less superficial than his mom and more responsible than his dad. Wild. The shade is non-stop, and nobody's holding back. Then there's the whole surprise pregnancy claim that still has people rolling their eyes. Like, what is this? A headline from 1925? In today's world, with birth control, apps, and every option under the sun, accidental pregnancies are way less common, especially in celeb circles where everything's planned to the minute. That's why people were giving major side-eye to the whole "we didn't expect this" narrative. Another commenter straight up said, "Can they get over themselves, please?" and slammed the whole celebrity baby photo trend. Like, if you're gonna blur the face, block the face, crop the face, why post it at all? And honestly, they've got a point. That same commenter even said in their own family they'd never do that weird half-private, half-public thing. Either show the baby or don't. This teaser-style parenting ain't it anymore. They say they want privacy, and that's cool. Plenty of celebs keep their kids out of the spotlight. But if that's the case, why play games with those half-revealed baby photos? Just the back of the head, a little hand, a shoe. It's giving pointless. Either keep it private or go public. This staged halfway thing? Nobody's here for it. But let's switch gears. You've definitely heard about that viral 7-part Hailey Bieber expose. The one claiming she trapped Justin? Yeah, well, it mysteriously vanished, deleted, gone like it never existed. But surprise, it popped right back up on YouTube. Here's the tea. The creator posted an update saying the video was removed over a false copyright claim involving an original composition they made. They provided proof of ownership to YouTube, and boom, video reinstated. The message read, "Thank you for your patience and your support." What's wild is how fast these big-name teams move when they want something wiped off the internet. Like, they really think they can scrub the timeline clean and nobody's gonna notice? Hailey and her circle have shown time and time again they'll do whatever it takes to silence creators who spill too much. Anyway, let's finish with a spicy Kardashian twist. Caitlyn Jenner is now pointing fingers at Kris Jenner, blaming her for stirring up tension between Kylie and Kendall. And get this, apparently the sisters skipped their brother Brody's wedding, the official story. They were invited but had prior commitments. Except those plans turned out to be Jeff Bezos' wedding. Yeah, guess that invite ranked a little higher. An insider spilled that Kylie and Kendall were absolutely invited to Brody's big day, but used a fake excuse to bail. So now the question is, was this just poor timing or full-on family shade? Let's be honest, they could have made it. Kylie and Kendall have access to private jets, assistants on standby, and red carpet-level VIP treatment everywhere they go. So pulling up to their brother Brody's wedding, that would have been easy, and Caitlyn Jenner knows it too. Word is she's furious about them ditching the ceremony, and now she's blaming Kris Jenner for stirring the pot. Sources say the tension between Caitlyn and Kris is still heavy, and this latest drama just poured gasoline on an already burning fire. As for Brody, he apparently stayed cool about it, saying the no-show didn't ruin his day. But let's not sugarcoat it, there's way more to this story. Right around that same time, Caitlyn suffered a huge personal loss. Her assistant and close friend, Sophia, tragically passed away in an ATV accident while out on a mountain. The grief hit Caitlyn hard, and in the middle of all that pain, her daughters chose to party it up at Jeff Bezos' wedding instead of showing up for their own brother's big moment. That's not just shade, that's a gut punch. You could feel the internet reacting. One commenter didn't hold back, saying, "I'm sure the bride and groom were relieved they didn't come. The attention would have been stolen anyway. It's a win-win." Then another person named Thomas added, "I'm not a Kardashian fan, but Caitlyn needs to look in the mirror." Whether you're Team Caitlyn or not, this situation is messy from every angle. The family tension, the skipped wedding, the silent grief, it's layered. One thing's for sure, nobody brings the drama quite like Caitlyn Jenner. But now, let's switch it up with something unexpectedly wholesome. Turns out Khloe Kardashian is out here showing real heart. She's stepping up in a major way, taking care of Tristan Thompson's younger brother, Amari, who's been battling severe epilepsy that requires 24/7 care. And considering Tristan's track record as a cheating, unreliable boyfriend, this move makes Khloe look even more solid than ever.
And he is disabled, he can't walk or talk. When Tristan's mom passed away a few years ago, we took Amari back with us to the States. Tristan is in the NBA and he is in a different state literally every other day, and it's just not conducive for Amari to be on that many planes. Amari has a handful of seizures a day with the type of
Amari's condition is no joke. We're talking about seizures so intense that they completely disrupt daily life. It's a serious, lifelong battle. After Tristan and Amari's mom, Andrea Thompson, tragically passed from a sudden heart attack, Khloe didn't hesitate. She stepped in to make sure Amari had a safe, stable, and loving environment. And that's big. So many exes would have said, "Not my problem," and kept it moving. But not Khloe. She's not doing this to win points with Tristan. She's doing it because she knows it's the right thing to do. Yeah, she and Tristan have kids together, but Amari isn't her child. He's not even her blood. And still, she's going above and beyond to show love, patience, and real compassion. There's even a sweet clip of Khloe opening up about her connection with Amari, talking about the bond they've built and why she's so committed to supporting him through everything. One commenter said it best, "No man Khloe's ever dated has deserved her. If she wasn't a Kardashian, she would have been a nurse." And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. Major respect to the nurses out there holding it down every day, and Khloe's giving that same energy. Say what you want about the Kardashians, but one thing about Khloe, she takes care of her people, and that's facts. Who wouldn't want a Khloe in their corner? So I had to bring this up because it had me cracking up. I just saw a hilarious campaign featuring Khloe and Kris Jenner, and honestly, it's comedy gold.
Cannot believe I got you today.
Mom?
Khloe?
Look at me. I'm inside you.
Oh, just like 41 years ago.
It's not like 41 years ago. Mom.
Oh my gosh, how did my skin get so soft?
Salmon sperm. But focus, Mom. Focus. What did you do to us?
Me? You're blaming me
Yeah.
for this?
Yeah.
You are pranking me. This is a prank.
Mom, that is beyond. I did not switch bodies with you as a prank. And if I was gonna prank you, I would put you in Scott's body. Maybe we have to learn a lesson, walk in each other's shoes.
Let me guess, mystical body swap?
How did you know?
I get this a lot. Has more to learn in this situation.
Oh, she does.
Okay, this could take a minute.
You remember the classic movie Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan? Well, there's a new version on the way called Freakier Friday. And to promote it, Kris and Khloe dropped a little skit where they act as each other, and it's pure chaos in the best way. Kris threw on a wig and went all in, totally switched up her whole look. Like you'd barely recognize her. That hair alone, game changer. She looked like a completely different woman. Meanwhile, Khloe still looked like herself, but you could tell she was really leaning into the role too. Of course, the whole thing was filmed for content because, well, it's the Kardashians. You already know they're gonna turn everything into a viral moment. And yeah, it's low-budget comedy, but it worked. I was actually laughing out loud. Does it make me want to see the new movie? Maybe not for the plot. But I definitely show up for Lindsay Lohan because she's been glowing lately, like she's really having her moment again. One comment had me weak. Wait, why did this eat? Also, Kris, give her an Oscar, please. People were losing it over Kris's acting, saying, OMG, I'm obsessed. Kris Jenner can act. Please do a movie. And honestly, they're kinda right. She did commit. She went all in for a promo skit. Imagine what she'd do in a full film. With the Kardashian show losing a bit of momentum lately, you can tell they're out here testing new lanes. And Kris? She might just be Hollywood's next surprise star. I mean, let's be real, I never imagined Kim Kardashian stepping into the acting world either, and yet, here we are. So who's to say Kris Jenner isn't next in line for her big movie debut? Hollywood's unpredictable like that, and with the way these celeb lanes keep crossing, anything can happen. But now I want to know what you think. Is Kris Jenner secretly the next Meryl Streep? Or was that just a one-time promo win? Drop all your thoughts down in the comments. I read them all, even the spicy ones. And if you're living for this kind of daily tea, don't play. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and share this video with your friends who are just as obsessed with celeb drama. We drop new gossip every single day, and trust me, it only gets juicier from here. I'll catch you in the next one. But don't go just yet. Click on the video that's about to pop up on your screen for even more wild celebrity drama. You're not gonna want to miss it.